This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Okay, we live in the crib, Vibin With Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin With Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibin With Veto. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher. We always chasing purpose over popularity. Check us out each and every Monday on the Big Facts Network. Shout out to the team. I got somebody special in the building, man. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, my guy? You feeling today?
Bro, I've been seeing you for a long time, though, bro. So it's an honor to really have you here, bro. The first time I met you, bro, it was a panel with Dame Dash. And you was talking on that panel.
I remember that.
And I was like, okay, I was tapped in then. Then I seen a TikTok one time, and it was a dude walked up on you. It was like, I guess a white guy walked up on you, was asking you how you got started. I think he was hopping out the car and shit. Okay. I'm like, yeah, this dude going viral. You know what I'm saying? But now, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, so man, multiple seven-figure earner, Kenny Smith from Chicago, but I recently moved to Atlanta due to the entrepreneurship journey. But man, mainly building a brand around helping people get access to capital for their business. That's the first thing. But then people think that it's like this credit repair stuff, and it's not. It's like my stuff is like helping people be able to get access to other people's money, but then leverage it to be able to start them businesses and investments. So how can we be able to now take this and be able to learn this skill set to be able to now invest things to be able to create us cash flow off of it?
Yeah, facts.
And then at a higher level, what we do now is like helping people turn their business digital.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
2025, bro, it's like learning this digital game, learning especially with AI, is like knowing just how to stay up to speed when it comes to things to be able to stay on point and not get left behind.
Damn.
So in today's time, like I believe the number one way to become a millionaire, the fastest way to become a millionaire is digitalizing your business. So just teaching people the frameworks of how to leverage this social media stuff and turn it digital is like the main thing I've been focusing on lately.
Facts. So you said Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. And you transitioned here just a couple of years ago. What made you come to Atlanta, though? Like, did you feel like this was like the city of like big opportunities or more opportunities, or what?
So in Chicago, I met 0 millionaires, bro, in 26 years. So I had a glimpse of Atlanta. I came to Atlanta just for one event. I met like 5 to 7 millionaires at one event in 30 minutes. And in 26 years of my life in Chicago, I met 0. So that already showed me right then and there. So I decided from that moment, I'm like, I think I should move because my environment is not going to be able to get me to elevate and get to the next level because I'm not around the right people. And I'm like, I'm in a cage, I feel like, of just a whole bunch of people that's on the same level. It's like nobody going to be able to grow like this. So I understood that real fast. I moved in like 60 days. I was gone, bro. I'm like, I'm about to go. I'm gone because there's no way that I just met 5 to 7 millionaires at one event in 30 minutes. In my whole life, I never met one in Chicago.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was like a spark in my head. I'm like, it doesn't make sense if my goals is to get to this place or get around these certain people, and I'm here in Chicago and I can't get around none of them. It's like there's no point. I'm not gonna be able to grow.
Yeah, facts.
I moved 60 days later. Excuse me. I decided to move. I moved 60 days later. I said I'm gone, bro. I left, dropped everything. I'm out.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So like Chicago, man, I mean, everybody has this preconceived notion of what Chicago is.
Yeah.
What made you go in this direction? Because again, like when I speak to people from Chicago, you know, they say it's the jungle, it's the trenches. What made you say that, hey, bro, I wanna do something different, you know what I'm saying? And learn something than what you normally would learn from the streets.
So man, it's easy to get sucked into all the stuff that's going on in Chicago. That stuff real. Like all the stuff that be talking about and be saying that's going on in Chicago, stuff real. They be going on. And I can see how people get sucked into it. But I always been a little different. From even when I was younger. Like I had never smoked, never drink, none of that. I still don't drink to this day. I still don't smoke to this day. Never do no drugs, none of like all that stuff that just a lot of people get captivated in. I never did it. I was always different. My angles were sports at first, you know what I mean, but
basketball, football,
basketball.
Okay, yeah, you look like a basketball.
Yeah. So when I thought about that journey, I was like, man, I'm gonna just be focusing discipline on that. But then once I figured out I wasn't gonna make it no far, you know, in college on that, I was like, all right, I gotta pivot and do something else. But truthfully, man, I was trying to figure it out like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I luckily got a glimpse of the stuff that I'm in now, real deep, from a friend of mine. So I had to like have somebody personally and see them get into it and do it and it work for them in order for me to really get the idea of like, dang, this might be something I can get into too, this business world, just understanding how business work, how to make money at a high level, learning this credit game, learning this business credit game, and learning just like how could I be able to really start something bigger. And my friend started first, so shout out to my guy Lamont. He started first, and he gave me the understanding that it's possible that if you do learn something, if you do get mentors and coaches and people around you that's at a high level that could teach you the right frameworks to do, this stuff could be different. Like life could be different. And once I got that little bit of glimpse, man, I just went all in with it. I'm like, I ain't finna be doing what they doing out here in Chicago because this ain't it. I don't want my life to be that way. So I had to make a decision to be like, all right, I'm gonna focus on this because I see that this is real. I see that it worked. All right, let me figure out how I can be able to deep dive into that, and I did it.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. Everybody that comes on my show, man, I have $1 million question for them. So now I have $1 million question for you.
Okay, bet.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
How big would I dream if I knew I couldn't fail?
Like if you, and it's no wrong or right answer, bro.
Crazy thing is, because I feel like that now, but I really would. You would dream big. You would dream really big. I think you actually would dream bigger than you would without thinking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't understand, think that your dreams would probably be smaller.
Yeah, facts.
But they would be probably 10 times bigger than what you think they are to be here for sure.
For sure.
So super big.
Nah, for sure. You built multiple 7-figure businesses, but what's the story behind like the lowest moment that you faced like before success? Your lowest moments.
Yeah. So I believe my lowest moment was before in the middle of business. So before business, it was just like trying to figure this stuff out, bro. I was living on my sister's couch. She got 2 kids in a 1-bedroom. I'm on her couch. Now that I look at it, I'm putting a burden on her. This grown man coming back from college. Got to sleep on her couch. I got to try to eat with them and do all the things I was doing, even though I love her for that. But I could see what type of burden I could put on her. And she trying to build something for her family. I'm in here on the couch, just lingering around, not knowing what I want to do in life yet. So that was probably a low point in my life. Like I started having to get in cars, my mom and sister name, everything we need to do to use credit and things to get. I got to use them. I can't never get no car in my name, a house in my name. I got to always use somebody else's name, and it's just I got tired of that stuff. So I had to do something about it. But that was a low point for me. So coming back from college, not knowing what I was going to do, fall into that situation. I always figured little things out, but it wasn't big enough for me to be able to just go on my own. So struggling that part. And then, so I think in the middle of business, I had a big downfall too, where I messed up real bad. So I had caught some traction. I started doing pretty good. Then I dipped into like a bad segment of business where I started too many businesses at once. So I started spreading my wings too fast.
Damn.
And I started like 3 or 4 businesses in like 4 months, bro. So I started a trucking business. I had a whole semi-truck business. I had a car rental business. I had like 6 cars. I had an Airbnb business. I had got 18 Airbnbs in Miami.
Damn.
And bro, like
that overhead was probably crazy.
Bro, everything was crazy. I was following the dream of the 7 different streams of income type of thing to become a multimillionaire. You have to get 7 different streams of income. And I was like, man, I gotta set these 7 different streams of income so I could be a millionaire. And it was like multimillionaire, that's the only way it's gonna happen. And I just did it wrong. You know what I mean? And I was moving too fast and I was spreading my wings and diversifying too fast. And then it all crumbled in at once. I lost my whole trucking business. I lost my whole Airbnb business. I lost my whole car rental business all in like 3 months.
How did you crawl back?
Well, luckily, like I had some momentum going with my credit and funding stuff that I do now to this day. I had that going and up and running before I started that stuff. And it was always going good and it was always doing pretty good. And I just fell back on that. So I still was all right. You know what I mean? I wasn't where I was when I was going crazy to get to that point to start all those businesses, but it always sustained me to still be good. You know what I mean? So I was still doing solid when it come to that. I just had took a big L and had to like really start back grinding back up to where I was before I invested into all those things. But the lesson I learned in that was I should have just put all that time, that energy, that effort, that money into that one thing that was already working. Why am I going away from something that's already working to try to go build these new things that it may work, it may not work.
Right.
But then now taking the energy and time for efforts of something that's already working. It was already proven that it's working over and over again.
Thanks.
So that was a big lesson for me too, though. That was my biggest lesson and my biggest loss in business and my biggest lesson in business was that. And after that, that's when I started to realize how to really do this thing and what was to go all in on one thing, focus on one thing, put your money in one thing, put your effort in one thing. Now, when I did that, that grew to where it needed to be and start growing and going viral and going, and just I got better at it and I got, all the things that were going bad within it, I fixed it and I made it optimized and made it better. So then that started growing to where it needed to be and then I get back on my feet that way.
Nah, that's hard. That's dope. That's dope. When was the last time that you felt like quitting and what stopped you?
Damn, bro. I gotta say before I think it gotta be before I start this business stuff, to be honest, because that don't cross my mind. Just to be honest, I have a strong mindset and a strong mentality that I don't think like that.
Yeah.
So it had to be before I got into this business stuff and started learning from millionaires and how they think and how their mindsets are. Because once I started learning from them, I understood that like that ain't no option. So like that don't come across my mind no more. But I believe I would say college. College was the last time where I was like, I quit. I quit everything when it comes to, I'm like, I tried to make this college stuff work, and my mom was happy and stuff with me going to college, and I just was like, man, in the middle of that joint, I just quit.
Were you, and I mean to cut you off, were you playing sports in college?
Yeah, I was playing basketball.
Damn, so you just quit like that?
No. After basketball season.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? After basketball season was done, and then it was just all school and no basketball no more. I'm like, man, this
ain't talking about
I can't be doing these 15-page papers and all this stuff at this college stuff. It's like, I understood, man, that if I'm trying to become a millionaire in my brain, I'm trying to figure out ways to do that. I can't learn from somebody that's making $70,000 a year. It's impossible for me to become a millionaire trying to learn from somebody that makes $70,000 a year. I'm trying to learn from somebody that makes $70,000 in a day. And you keep trying to pull me in and tell me I should do this. It doesn't make sense for me. So I'm like, if my desire is just to make $80,000 a month, which is a millionaire, I cannot learn from somebody that makes $70,000 a year. It doesn't make sense. It's impossible for you to teach me that because you don't even, what you making a year, I'm trying to make it a month. So you're not going to be able to teach me that. So this is not making sense for me to do all this hard, stressful work in my brain, the papers and all the things that's college.
Yeah, facts.
To then not get to the goal of where I'm trying to get to. So that I quit. I'm like, I'm done. Right. Even though my mom's probably going to be upset at me, I'm just like, I quit, bro.
Facts.
I can't do it.
For sure. Do you, like, because I'm listening to you, right? And it's like, you self-driven. Like, it just seems like, bro, no matter what, you like, bro, I got to get to my goal. So it brings me to my next question. Like, did you feel like you probably thought bigger than like your circle that you was around, and that made you kind of want to say, you know what, let me separate from the people that I grew up with to come here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I had to do a separation, period. But truthfully, the circle I was in, one of my friends was the one that started it first.
Let's go.
You know what
okay,
I mean?
Then
so,
that's good. That's good.
So, I don't know if I even be to this position if he don't go take that risk into learning real estate and credit and business from the person he came learning from and then brought it back to me.
Right.
So in this instance, he brought it to me for me to learn it. And the crazy thing is, I was ignoring it, brushing it off, not listening.
So you was the one that was like, nah.
At first, I was neglecting it.
All right,
And I wasn't saying no, like I wouldn't do it. I just didn't understand what was going on. And I kept blowing it off and just keep telling him, yeah, I'm going to do it. But he stayed telling me like, man, he steady nudging me like, bro, do this stuff. And I wasn't listening until I seen the result happen. You know what I'm saying? So he got approved for $40,000 in one day. I've been trying to save up $40,000 for 2-3 years, and it's like, that look like it make way more sense than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
How you get that in one day? Me trying to take this for 2 years ain't working. So now it made me realize, and then I really went all in with it. But the reason why I even desired to try to do it or even try to put my foot in it because of him. You know what I mean?
Dope. That's dope. You don't really hear stories like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Especially when that's why I asked you that, because I wanted to see what was your circle like before you became who you are now. Mm-hmm. Which brings me to my next question. What did financial success change about your relationships with your family, your friends, for the better or for worse?
Damn, yeah. So a lot of different angles of this. So the first glimpse was I had to let people go. And the first person that had to go was the girl I was with. The girl I was with, she got shit. I know she fighting the air right now. But the first person that had to go was her, because my transition period was me staying up all night, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We're not going on vacation. Ain't no outside. Ain't no expensive dinners. Ain't no you getting your hair done all the time. Ain't no we doing clubbing and drinking and smoking and all this stuff that's spending money, ain't making no money. That stuff is out. Like cold turkey. Today, it ends. Ain't no more of that. But like she's adapted to it. This is her normal reality. This is what she's comfortable with. She's been doing for years. So then it's like a cold turkey stop on that. Then it's like, now she not understanding my transition. So now I'm stop doing all that. And I'm probably not going to sleep with her no more. We ain't going on dates. And just all the things that she probably used to do, we ain't doing no more. It's over. Because I'm staying up every day of my life for the 6 months straight. I'm staying up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching videos. I'm doing work. I'm learning. I'm on Zoom calls. I'm falling asleep on the floor with my papers, our computer everywhere. So I'm like, I'm doing all this stuff, and it's like she's seeing this change, but she's not understanding what this change is, and it's like frustrating her, and she getting mad, she getting upset, and now that's putting a burden on my brain that I'm trying to focus and be disciplined and try to do this thing. She in my ear yapping, or she getting upset, or we arguing, and I'm like, bro, this is about to deter me from my journey. You about to be the first to go because you're not understanding what's going on, and it's like. That's the first person that had to go. She had to go.
Damn.
Because I knew what was going to happen. I knew what I was going to build. I knew what was going to happen. I felt it. I synced it. I'm like, oh, shoot, they telling me exactly what I got to do. I just got to go put the work in, put these things in place. This was going to happen. I'm trying to show her the vision. She ain't getting it. She not understanding it. Nobody around her ever did it before. Nobody. So she thinking it's too far-fetched. When it's really, I can see this shit. I can feel this shit.
Let's go.
I'm like, man, you about to have to go because you annoying me while I'm trying to be locked in. And discipline is throwing me off my square. So that was like one of the things that I had to do. And then separation from family, separation from people close to me, separation from people I know for a long time, friends. It was like they thought I was acting funny at first. You know what I mean? Until they seen what I started building. Mm-hmm. Then it was like they understood a little more. A lot of people felt like I was distant from them, which I was, truthfully, because I was changing. And people would be like, oh, you changed and all that stuff. I am changing, you know what I mean? And you know one line that came to mind when you just asked me that? Mm-hmm. Meek Mill said this one time. He's like, bro, it don't be the people who come that get a lot of money and that get to the big stages or get to higher levels and like that truly, really change most of the time. Not saying it can't never happen, but 9 times out of 10 times, it don't be the people that change, it be the people around them that change. And I get it so much now. Because he said he did an example. He said, Meek Mill did this example, it ain't me, but he said, you didn't used to ask me to pay for your family funerals when somebody died. So, but now that you know who I am and what I do and what I'm at, now you ask me certain like stuff like that so that when I say no, you feel a certain way because you know that you probably feel like I can just do it. But I didn't change. I'm still me. You changed because you start changing your actions towards me so that now you feel a certain way when I tell you no, but you never used to ask me that before. So who changed? It was you. And now I feel that. I see what he's saying because it's like, I didn't change nothing, bro. You didn't used to. None of these conversations that would have never even transpired if I didn't get to where I am. So you changed.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to keep it the same way it was before this even happened. You know what I mean? But so I can see the change that other people have or the way they view you now, the way they talk to you, the conversation they have, the things they ask for now. It's like outrageous. It's like where did you get to the point where you feel like, which I kind of get it because it's like you are the only person they know personally that made it to this level and they see all these big things going on. And they feel like it's just like an easy thing for you to do. But at the same time, they got to realize you got a family too. You just worked hard for all these years building this stuff. Did nobody else work hard like right next to you when you was telling everybody, come on, sit down with me, learn. You ain't want to do that part. You ain't want to put the money up to be able to invest into the business or the information or the ads, whatever that I did put my money in. You ain't stay up 6 o'clock in the morning, but now you want to reap the benefits of it. And it's like, it don't work like that. You know what I mean?
You talking that shit.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, they got that feeling to be like, man, you the one that made it, man. I need some help. When every time I'm struggling, my lights out, I'm the first person to come to mind now. I'm the backbone for the family now. So like the whole family, nothing wrong with it. It's like, that's what I got rich for me to be the backbone. But at the same time, it's like, you got to take on that pressure now. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you that. What type of pressure, what type of pressure are you facing right now with that? Like, and how are you coping with that? And you can be real.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning to navigate to it, but I'm learning to say no a lot more, bro.
How does that make you feel?
I'm gonna say people that starting to get a lot of money, you better learn how to say no. It don't always feel the best.
It don't feel good.
It don't always feel the best.
Yeah.
I would love to say yes to everybody all the damn time, but that's just not realistic. You know what I mean? And if I go broke, who gonna be a backbone then? So I gotta play the smart. I gotta take the heat sometimes, and I take the happiness and the gifts when it is time for me to say yes. But
thanks.
I take both. I take both bullets. You happy that I helped you this time? Next time you mad at me, it is what it is. I see your character on what's gonna happen. But I think this is like it's a continuation of learning curves with it because you gotta know when to say no. And of course you want to help and make sure everybody good, but bro, you cannot just say yes all the time. That's not it. At first, when I first got money and people started out, it wasn't yes. It was like, man, I got you. This is what I got. This is what I got rich for, man. Help everybody. I got you. And then it's like, hey, you start crippling people and they start coming back and asking like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, there's some got to put a stop to this. You're not going to keep coming and ask me for like this, you know what I mean? Just because. No, it don't work like that. So I had to start learning when to say no, when to give people grace, when to try to help out, when to not. And it ain't easy. That shit
That's what I was gonna ask
it's
you.
hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's a little hard,
Facts.
but I'm starting to get better. I'm starting to
sure.
navigate to it. I'll give you game 2 on what I do. This is for people
Let's
that,
go,
that,
let's
that
go.
do got money. Like, this is how I started treating people. I give them a credit line. So I give my family credit lines, like a credit card. Like, all right, I'll let you borrow $1,000. If you don't pay me back, you got bad credit with me now. You can't ask me to borrow no more money ever again in life. You have burnt that
That's
opportunity.
hard.
But if you pay me back, like you said you do,
I'll up
you
the
keep
credit.
your word.
Oh, okay.
You keep your word, you pay me back. When you ask to borrow money, I'll give it to you. The minute you burn your bridge and mess up, you got bad credit. You don't ask me for no more money. So they shoot themselves in the foot. They can't never ask me no money. And they can't say I'm bogus because I was lending it to you until you did bad business with this deal and you ain't want to pay me back.
With the deal.
So they can't even get mad at me when I say no because they know that they didn't do right. So I like it like this now. So now you can't get mad at me and we were both good.
How did you think about that though? Like the
credit.
line of credit.
I'm in the credit world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
So
hard.
It helped me cope with that. I had to figure out something too because it was annoying. It was like, man, okay, you ain't paying me back. You asking again. This got to be a system to this. You know? And I started asking people too at a higher level around me. I started asking them like, what do you do with your family? How you handle these type of situations, stuff like that. They said you got to figure out a system, bro. And got to be some no's and got to be some yeses and some no's and yeses. And I'm like, all right, how could I situate just to make it make sense?
Yeah.
And somebody gave me that one. And
That's
dope.
That's dope. That's a gem right there. That's a gem. What's one decision in your life that if you have chosen it like differently, it would have like changed your whole trajectory of like where you are today?
I think if I wouldn't have moved out of Chicago was one part of it. I don't think it go the way it goes. And when I was in Chicago, I had moved to the suburbs, far away from all the wild stuff. I feel like if I would have stayed in the close proximity of some of these places around in Chicago, it wouldn't have turned good either. I would have been in the wrong crowds or around the wrong people, or some bad stuff could have happened at any point in time in weird spots that we just placed just because we was in their environment around it.
Facts.
It just could have went a whole different way. So I feel like definitely me moving from Chicago, I feel like if I didn't do that, bro, I don't know what would transpire, what I'd be getting into, what I've been focused on, or the people around me, or just everything that was going on out there. I just feel like it wouldn't have been the best.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. A lot of people think funding and digital marketing are just like buzzwords. You know what I mean? How do you respond to critics who say like most people teaching this stuff is just scamming?
Yeah, so I think those people are just uneducated, to be honest, because I know personally what it did for my life. I know personally what it did for the people that taught me life. And I know personally what it did for the people that I've taught life. You know what I mean? So I know for a fact what it does. That's opinionated. So I understand from the outside looking in that when someone at a young age that look like us, sometimes it just look like it may be too good to be true. And I gotten to the point where I'm growing so big on social media that I get them type of talks all the time. And I have to, sometimes I even pull them people up on live. Like, I do this a lot. So, like, the people that say stuff like that, I will allow them to come up on my live on social media in front of all my audience and my thousands of people and speak their side and their truth. And every time we have a conversation, at the end of the conversation, it's a respect towards me to be like, you know what? I understand now. It's a head nod to me to be like, I get it. You know what I mean? I don't think this is a scam for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I got to change of my heart. And then, you know, at the end of that conversation, you know what happened? Man, you know what? How I sign up?
Yeah, how I sign up.
You know what I mean?
They become a student.
Yeah, because, and it's like, first they just respect that I even allowed them to come up after they saying some crazy stuff like that in the comments, because usually people just try to combat them in the comments, but I'll pull them up for just to show them and themselves, you know, that you don't even know what you're saying. Because once we break it down like this and you understand it, now you're in a whole different mindset.
Fact. Because
you understand now. But at first you didn't know what you don't know. So then you thinking what you just think based off what you've seen and what you may think it is. And then it's like, I know that person probably still confused about money.
Yeah.
They don't know how money works. They not in business deep. They never seen it around them. Nobody never taught it to them. Nobody around them never was in it. So that they only know what they know. So when something that seems out of the ordinary, get uncomfortable, it's like, is that stuff real? Do it work?
Damn.
And it's just like, nah, it worked. You just
You just don't know about
it. You
it.
just don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So then you stuck. I'm out here living my life. So that's unfortunate that they think like that.
Yeah, fact. This nigga got a smile on his face saying that shit too. So that's hard. That's hard. You've coached 5,000 plus people, man. Salute to you. But realistically, what percentage of them actually succeed, and why do most fail?
So I would say it depends on people's expectation of what succeeding is, because everybody succeeding is at a different level, I'll say. But if we want to be true to the world, like I'll probably say, man, 25%, probably 30% people that reach a high level with it. I do believe that a bigger percentage of people get glimpses of stages of with it done. Maybe got their credit together. They got a 700 credit score, which is way more than people. Then it's another group of people at a lower percentage that probably gets like $10,000 a month. And that's a big
jump.
You know, it's a big jump. But like, it depends. That's why I said, depending on what we gauge it at, like 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a whole bunch. And the second part of your question, I believe,
I said, and okay, so I said, but realistically, what percentage of them actually succeed? You already answered that, but why do most fail?
Yeah, and now that I've coached so many people, I see clear lanes of what be happening and why it be happening. People are not ready for the work ethic that need to be put in. People procrastinate too much. People are not willing to go all in and be disciplined. It's a couple different things of why I see the separation of people over here that don't get well with things and don't make it, and some people that do. People execution time frame is very important. So like, I can tell off the rip who's gonna be successful when I coach them and not. I can see it already because of their actions right away. On week 1 and week 2 and week 3, I can see what you start doing and don't. You know what I mean? It could be one person coming in the same program, and by week 3, somebody can have 10 things done and somebody can have 1. Why does the person that took the same program as you, the same teachings, the same guidance as you on part 1 and this person on part 10, and it's already done with part 10, you only part 1. And then I'll look at I can see the percentages of what people do in my stuff too. So like, how much you've watched, how many classes you showed up to, what docs that you read, and all these different things. And you just see it so clearly. Person A only watched 2%. Person B watched 46%. And then now you see the results of person B doing like, oh man, I made for my first $10,000 a month, man. It's lit. Facts. Person A still in there asking questions from day 1. How? You know what I mean? And I believe it's just like people got different learning curves.
That's what I was gonna say too. People learn different.
Which I understand it. But sometimes it's not even about learning difference. It's just about effort and work ethic. Some of this stuff, some of this stuff is not just you having to learn something. It's just like, are you doing the work that it requires to do it? And that means just learn. Are you going to class every week, every day? No, you're not. Are you in here learning everything? That don't come with like the learning curve. That come with you just doing the work to try to not actually making it work in the actual stuff of it. I get that learning curve. Like, take them longer to comprehend or take them longer to get started. But like, if you are in a program that you paid for to teach you how to do this thing, why has it been a month that you still ain't did what we said to do on day 1? It's like, there's no excuse for that. You know what I mean? If I told you the first thing we gotta do in order to get $100K is get an LLC, and that take literally 6 hours to do.
We doing that in 30 minutes.
We do that. It literally could take you an hour, right, to do that.
Nah, 30 minutes.
And I teach you what to do step by step. Do this first. Do it at this website. Do this, that, and like. And it's been 30 days. And I asked you, I come on a call with you on 30 days. You ain't did it. Like, bruh, that ain't really no learning curve. That's your work ethic. Like, why you? I forget, man. I ain't get to it yet. See, you playing. You know what I mean? It's like, of course it's gonna take you a long time. Of course you might not get to it because you're not willing to put in the work that other people are willing to do. So that's a part of it. And then I think another thing why people get stuck too is they don't do what's called a continuation of learning. So that means like they'll learn a first segment of something to be able to start it or build it. But then when it comes to continue to learn and continue to learn at a higher level, it's like people stop. They get a little bit of information, they get a little glimpse of something. They're like, oh, this is cool. This, I think I know it now. It worked a little bit. But then it's like they stop learning. And once you stop learning, bro, you stop earning.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
a bar. That's a bar. Say it again.
Yeah, I said once everybody you stop learning, you stop earning.
Facts.
You really start earning. It's
Facts.
true because you keep hitting ceilings of something that where you can't get past it because you haven't got taught that or learned at that level yet. So then people just like they get stuck or they get frustrated, they get discouraged or They feel like it may not be working now, and it's just like it's a whole nother learning curve you gotta learn now in order to get to the next level where you're trying to get to. And some people not willing to keep investing to learning. Some people not willing to keep learning, and some people just don't stick it out long enough for it to work. They think it's just supposed to happen overnight. This ain't no get rich quick scheme. This ain't no you about to get rich by next month. This is a get rich for sure, but over time when you put in the work. So then people, if people can do a better job at that, I feel like some people be just about to get their breakthrough, then they drop off. You know, they stop coming, or they stop learning, or they stop putting in the work. They get to doing back what they was doing before they started this stuff and just falling back on comfortability. You know what I mean? So it's a couple of different layers of the things that different people kind of deal with as they trying to go throughout this journey. But I feel like some people get stuck between those few layers.
Facts, man. Thank you for that, though, because I really wanted you to break that down.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody can become a millionaire, or, you know, some people just are built for it?
I definitely believe that everybody could become a millionaire. Now that I became a millionaire from being a regular person, and it only took me 3-4 years, you're right. I honestly feel like everybody can, because there's no way that I can from not knowing a can of paint of none of this stuff. 4 years ago, bro, I knew none of this stuff, right? And being able to get access to some information and go so hard on it that it became me a millionaire, I know that everybody could. But is everybody? No. I understand the work ethic that it takes now. I understand the discipline that it takes. I understand the work ethic it takes, the discipline. I understand the uncomfortability that it takes. I understand how different you got to be. I understand what environment you got to be in. And I understand that people are not willing to do all those things it takes to become a millionaire. They just talk. They just say it, man. They just say it. They're not willing to do everything it takes to be able to become a multimillionaire. Not willing to do it.
Let's stay right there, though, right? 4 years it took you to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
No sleep, you grinding. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference, though? I feel like, because you seen where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Somebody gave you a gym and said, bruh, this is where it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what you got to do.
Yeah.
The average motherfucker can do that too, though.
They can.
Like, I'm saying, like you telling these folks, like, 4 years.
Yeah.
That ain't no time.
That ain't a long time if you're trying to
4 years, bro?
Definitely not.
To lock in and be like, you set for the rest of your life for real.
Yeah.
You don't gotta really do this shit no more. I mean, but you hungry though.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
You gonna keep
Stay
on
hungry.
doing it. You different. You a Chicago nigga.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he was saying that shit too early.
Yeah.
You a Chicago nigga.
Yeah.
But like, bro, it's so crazy that you got that information and then you just went so hard, bro. But it's like, I be thinking about that too. It's like, everybody wants to be at the top. That it's just that work though. It's like, niggas ain't gonna do that shit though, bro.
They not. And I don't know what gets everybody to get to that
That's
mold.
what I'm saying. That was my next question. What do you think it would take for, like, okay, bro, because, bro, like, you look like me. Like, you the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you the same. We come from the same type of shit. If I'm seeing you getting it and I just know where you came from 4 years ago, that shit inspired me to say, nah, bro. Let me see what bro talking about. This shit is real.
And that's how I felt. That's how I felt at the time being. Everybody's situation be different. Man, everybody got different upbringings. Everybody got different backgrounds. Everybody got different environments. Everybody got different people around them. But everybody could do it. It's always a different thing of why people get stuck or hold back.
A different excuse, you would say? Or a different...
Some of it is excuses. Some of it's work ethic. Some of it, the people around them be dragging them back and they allow it. Some of them just been in the same environment where they never could get access to the information. So they're just like stuck in a place where if you don't know, you don't know. You're not going to be able to know because nobody never came in and taught you. And it's like that type of person probably will be the hardest person to be able to get to that point, because if I don't get access to the information at the time that I did, or I never get that glimpse that this is possible, or that it could be a step-by-step laid out for me, I don't think I get to this point either. You know what I mean? And that's not even like a person thing. That's literally like, not the luck of the draw, but like, how can a person that's in a certain environment, if they never got taught it, never seen it, never been around it, never could get access to the resources, be able to do it? It's almost like it's going to be too hard and impossible for them to do it. Not that they couldn't do it if somebody could and gave them the game, told them what to do, told them how to do it. This is how we do it. This is how we set it up. But the last thing I'll say on top of that is it is hard to have excuses in 2025 though. And all those things that we could say right now that could hold somebody back, it's like, yeah, that could be. But in 2025, the information of how and what to do is everywhere now. So now it's really on the choice of the person. All right. The information of what to do and how to do is everywhere. It's so many millionaires coming back to the internet and coming back to socials, telling you what they did, how they did it, step by step, piece by piece. It's millions of people sparing out all their information now on the internet because of how social media works now with content and sparing out step-by-step business plans and sparing out how they became millionaires and speaking events and all these different things that you could go to if you want to. You choose not to. You could go on the internet and learn the skills that you choose not to. You could be getting on the internet, seeing the content from these millionaires break down how they became millionaires. You choose not to. All these resources and things that we got available to us now in 2025, it's kind of hard for me to say like, oh, that person just wasn't going to be able to make it because they ain't had no resources or they ain't had no way to be able to learn what to do, how to do. It's kind of hard to say that now because it's literally everywhere in 2025. There's no way that you don't know that you can't go learn a skill set, learn something, what to do, how to do it. No matter if your parents taught you or not, no matter what state you in, no matter what city you in, we all got a phone. Facts. We all got the internet. And any skills that you would want to learn and want to learn how to do, you could go do if you want to. Mm-hmm. But you got to make that decision.
Facts. Bro, thank you, bro. That was dope. What's the biggest lie people are... Here we go. What's the biggest lie people are being sold in the financial freedom digital entrepreneur space?
The biggest lie? Oh, I know one biggest lie is that everybody look for it, but this stuff ain't really real like that. People think they can get funding off EIN only. So this is what's called like your business credit corporate score, right? And it's like you can build your LLC and your EIN up in order to get funded with like 100 to 200,000, and they be like EIN only. Which I don't know who keeps saying that or keep putting that out on the internet, but that's cap.
It's on YouTube too. I seen
it's cap. Like they should just say you could build your business credit up on that profile to a certain score, but not get the money because that's not true. Because what the banks is going to do is they're going to make you personally guarantor it, meaning they're going to make you
use your personal
credit to get the approvals. And if you don't have good personal credit, you still not going to be able to get the money. And now, is it possible that you can do the EIN only thing with your business credit only? Yes, but it takes so long. It takes like a year and a half, like a year and some change to be able to make it happen. And people be saying like 90 days, 60 days, 120 days. And I'm like, that's cap. You can't do that. That's not true. It's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna work like that. Stop telling people that. And people need to stop thinking that and stop like wishing that it's there because they getting their hopes up. And then about 90 days come back, 102 days, they like, man, ain't nothing happened. That stuff a scam. Nah, this was a scam. You just was led wrong. You misled by the wrong person. Teacher saying you the wrong thing. That's how that scam allegation come up too. Because like they hear weird titles and headlines of people saying weird stuff like that, which was never true in the begin with, but you believed it. So then now you feel like that didn't work or they scam. But truthfully, that wasn't even the right thing for them to tell you. I wouldn't have told you that. And you would have never thought it was a scam if you didn't hear that or tried that part. You get what I'm saying? So that's a lot of things that be happening too. But that's like number one thing that I hear when it comes to my industry. Like people thinking that you can do. It ain't happening that fast. There's a lot of more work that need to be put in before you get to do that, my sister, brother.
Facts. A lot of people say that the digital entrepreneur space is oversaturated with, fake flexing, renting cars, and cap. What separates you from that? Because I'm looking at you. You legit. What I mean? But what separates you?
So people got to do a better job at realizing what's real. I don't know how they're not. Well, let me take that back. I am starting to realize why people think that it looks the same, but it's certain clues that you just can't cap. So, for instance, if a person is putting up screenshots only of results that they say they have or may have had, and there ain't no dates on it, you know what I mean? And they ain't tagging real people that you can click on. They got a full profile with their family and real stuff on there that you can go click on and ask them questions about what happened. I can see it be a cloudy. And then some people be like, oh, they be renting cars and houses. It's like, okay, well, if I have a car on January 1st and it got my name on it, and then by December 31st, it's a whole year that I had this car with my name on it, I don't think I can cap that. I can't cap me rolling up to every single event I have in person with the same car with my name on it for a year straight, 2 years straight for you to say, oh, that's rented. They just rent that out for the content. Like that's my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be able to use your discernment to be like, all right, that's real. Now, if you've seen this car one time, took some pictures and a video in it. Now you don't never see him driving it. When you go to the events, you don't never see it. And for a full 2 years, you ain't never seen this car ever again. It was just one time somebody told me I got. Then you should be able to think a little bit, like, well, I don't know. That might be a little rocky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's clickbait.
But what separates me from people in this industry, or the cloudy view of, is this person real or is this person fake? I'm starting to do certain things on purpose for people to see the separation of me and what looks like to be the same level as me, right? It's certain things that I do now on purpose to be able to do a separation from other people, and I do it on purpose because I know other people that's on the internet acting like they're trying to do something can't do what I'm about to do. So, for instance, I had to purchase a storage facility with my name on it. So now my name is on a whole storage facility building. Nobody else gonna be able to do that.
Right.
Not saying nobody in the world can go do that. Yeah, somebody can go do it, but truthfully, 9 times out of 10, ain't no business owner, entrepreneur finna post that. Why? Because they don't got the capability to be able to afford it most of the time, and sometimes you got to be good on paper to be able to borrow that type of money to go purchase something like that. So like, and that's what got my name on it. You know what I mean? So like, you can't cap that. You can go drive by it and look up the address and on
right
GPS
there.
and drive it with your own self and go see my place with my name on it. You can't cap that.
Facts.
Now somebody saying, "Oh, I bought a storage facility," and then they just saying it. I bought a building, they just saying it. That's still a little cloudy. Where it's at, where the paperwork at, where the actual building at, what's the address to the building, what's the name of the building. If I don't see all that, then I can still have a cloud in my eye and my brain about this may not be real. I do stuff on purpose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot nowhere in hell tell me my stuff not real or cap. And then you also can't say the money I make is cap too, because the money that I spent to be able to afford that is a crazy number that you like. How could you cap that? So just certain stuff like that. Also, what I do too is like when I show my results from either like a student or myself. So if I say I made $500,000 this month, I don't just say it and I don't put up a screenshot. I will log into my bank account. I will show the video, show the date, and then I'll press the refresh screen, and I will log into myself, and you see the screen refreshing into my account that is real. And then I'll show you what I made this month. People that's capping, only thing they can show is a screenshot. And then if they could put a date on it, let's say they edited it and they put their name and their date on it. Okay, that's still cloudy. That could be real, could be cap. If I got my camera out and I'm live and I'm logging in, I'm showing you the date and the thing popped in, you cannot cap this. I can't cap this, that this is my bank account, this is my numbers and how much money I got and how much money I made. You can't cap that. So it's certain things that certain people do that you can see the clear difference between some cap and some what could be cloudy. You know what I mean? Thanks. So I have to purposely do certain things on my brand that make people know. And that's why my brand kind of strong, because the authenticity has been since day one. Yeah, and doing stuff like that, because I know the imagery of this internet stuff is, oh, that might be cap. He ain't really getting on jets. No, when I was on a jet, I made a video of it in the air and me recording outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And then when it landed from out of the air, you know what I'm saying?
How was that experience?
It was dope. I've been on many jets now, but
that's dope.
But like, so I do stuff on purpose on my marketing so people can know that, no, this is real. This ain't a cap. And there's nobody that can combat me on the internet that this cap, because we can go live and we can go see whatever you want to see. You want to see paperwork. You want to see this, that. Now, somebody cap, they can't do those type of things. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And the last thing I would say is look for results of people they have helped. So this is the number one way you can see if somebody's like, if it's truly helping people or not. When I post results, let's just say my last result, I believe one of my students made like $300,000 a month. Some people be like, man, you ain't teach nobody to make no $300,000 in a month. Man, that stuff ain't real. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the same thing I do on mine. Okay, I'm gonna pull them on my Zoom call. I'm gonna have them log into their bank account, and I'm gonna have them refresh their screen and show y'all while we live. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna tag them on what they real social media so that you can go DM them and ask them questions all you want to. I'm gonna tag their Instagram name, and you're gonna be able to click their Instagram name and see a whole profile, and you're gonna be able to DM them and say, hey, Smitty said how was that experience with Smitty? How did this thing work with him? And then you had a conversation with them. I'm not even gonna say nothing. So like, how could I cap that? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's certain things that's put in place that you can really see if somebody doing something that's real or not.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So,
bro, so 7 figures, right? Like, bro, you making all the money, been on jets. You living a life that a lot of people can't even fathom.
Yeah.
What does enough look like to you?
Dang. It get hard as certain milestones is getting reached. So enough probably gonna be, man. I think enough for me probably gonna be like when I get to like $1 million a month.
$1 million a month.
I think $1 million a month.
So
is
12
when,
million, 12 million a year.
Mm-hmm. When I get to $1 million a month, I feel like that's when I can really like. I don't have to go as hard. I can take my foot off the gas. I can chill and relax and just be free and at peace as much as I possibly can, because $1 million a month is enough to where I ain't gonna be spending that much money to be able to be out of my money. You know what I mean? I can't spend it fast enough as I'm making it. So I believe that will create the freedom in my, and not yet. I got the freedom now.
Yeah.
But the freedom in my brain to not work so hard now that I got to get to this certain level, or I got to reach this certain mark, or have so much money coming in to where I feel like, I'm good, man. I ain't gonna work hard. You know what I mean? And wires coming in on autopilot.
Facts.
And I believe at that point where I feel like that's enough for me. At first I wanted to be like, I got to do 100 million. That was my first thing. And now I see the work ethic it would take
to get 100 million.
And the dragging on your back you're gonna have trying to get to 100 million. Like, I don't want that stress, bro. Like, it would be fun, it would be good, it would be cool. I got to a realization of how far I'm willing to go work ethic wise, you know what I mean, and how much time I gotta be consumed and straining into this thing to be able to get to 100 million. I got to a realization like, I ain't gotta do all that far, you know what I mean? If I do cool, I would love to hit it, but like, it ain't desirably the number one thing I gotta do in life no more. At first, when I first started, I seen this light of all this money about to be made. I'm like, I gotta hit 100 million. That was my. Now that I'm in it, and now that I see the work ethic, now I see the time consuming that it would take and need in order to do it. I'm like, you know what? If I'm at where I'm at right now, and I made the millions I make, and I can feel the freedom at this moment. If I'm doing triple what I'm doing now, I know the freedom and the peace will be there. I don't need to hit 100 million.
Facts.
So I think at that point where I'm doing $1 million a month would be my cool spot. I'm like, I made my goals. I feel good, and $1 million a month is just a milestone within itself.
Facts.
That I feel like I'm straight. I'm good.
For sure. Let's I got a real question for you, dog. Like, because again, like, let's disregard the money. Let's disregard, like, you know, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who are you at your core, and like, what are you most grateful for? Like, at this defining moment, it ain't got to be nothing material. It ain't got to be shit. Like, what, like, who are you at your core, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you look yourself in the mirror, you wake up and stuff like that, you ain't got your jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you at your core, and like, what are you grateful for?
Yeah, I think I'm grateful for just walking in my purpose, bro. I think I found my lane. I found my purpose. I don't feel like what I do every day, I wake up and I'm working a job, or like it's like straining me, or like it's literally naturally doing what I desire and want to do every day. You know what I mean? And good thing that it's monetized to where it is too. But truthfully, I feel just happy, bro. I feel at peace, bro. I feel like I did all the stuff I needed to do in the right way. And I'd be really happy, bro. I wake up every day.
It's kind of hard to be like mad. Like,
it really is.
It's kind of hard to be fucking mad.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I think I'm just at a level of just like, man, I'm really grateful, man, and I'm really at peace with where I'm at, and just I know all the money stuff is cool, but like, it ain't the money stuff no more. It's just the freedom it creates.
Facts.
Just the feeling you wake up every day and being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, is the best feeling in the world. Besides having the Lambos and $1 million houses and all the jewelry, all that stuff, cool, and it's fun and it's lit. But like, that freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, is a different type of feeling more than all that stuff. Like, I mean, for my mom, retiring my mom,
that's hard.
Moving my mom out of Chicago.
See, that's what I was going. That's
you know
what I
mean. That stuff
too.
feel good. Like, that stuff feel amazing. That she don't never got to work no more day in her life. You know what I'm saying? My kids, I just have my second daughter come live with me. I took custody of her.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, taking custody of my kids, you know, and it's just like having them live with me and they living the lifestyle they live. It's
How many you got?
I got two daughters.
Sure.
Young, little one, and an 8-year-old. So, like, them being able to live their lifestyle and be with their dad, and like being their dad in his prime, and they just living life they want to live and giving whatever they want, you know, not having a need for nothing. It's just like all the things that layer up to be like, man, I know I feel good and I'm straight. Now, you know what I mean? I fulfilled all the things I want to fulfill. Now it's just everything else extra.
Facts.
Yeah.
So we all gonna get old one day, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? What you think you gonna be doing like when you like 60, nigga? Because you seem like you living like the life, like, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's like people don't get to live that life until they retire. You know what I'm saying? You can retire tomorrow if you wanted to.
So,
like, what you think you gonna be doing when you like 60?
I'm gonna be.
Don't tell me you gonna be getting no money still.
Nah,
bro.
Like,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's in me. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm telling you,
greedy,
but
nigga.
I ain't gonna be
damn.
greedy, but it's in me, bro.
Yeah,
unless something changed, I'm just being with my mind right now where my state I'm at. I'm still gonna be getting busy in business
and shit. That's hard. That's hard.
Truthfully, you gotta think about this though. The average millionaire don't become a millionaire until they 54.
That's what
bro.
I'm saying.
So truthfully, they be getting into their bag at that time, and that's when they didn't. So like, I'm gonna be in my bag for a while, then to 60. But shoot. But truthfully, I think I'm gonna just be just doing freelance stuff. It's gonna be just out of the country probably a lot, bro. I'm just gonna be doing rich nigga stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Be out yachts in Dubai. Just
you wanna own yacht? You wanna own your own yacht?
Yeah, I probably will. Probably
like on Conor McGregor got a crazy yacht.
It's gonna be costing too much to keep renting somebody else. You might as well get your own at some point.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
That's hard.
Cause I'm even in talks right now. I ain't told nobody yet. It just started being in the works, but I'm talking about getting hotels and jets now. So
this is a Vibin With Veto exclusive.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Okay.
Cause I had some business opportunity sit downs to where now we looking at purchasing hotels and jets and different type of things. So I'm just like, I'm really just gonna be at 60, bro. I'm gonna be chilling. Man. I'm still gonna be in my business bag though. I ain't gonna lie. Stuff still gonna be moving and shaking.
Yeah, for sure.
But it ain't gonna be taking no workload on me though. It's gonna be all passively
that's what
moving. It's gonna be teams, fulfilling everything. I'm gonna be doing the work though. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm just be in my rich man bag, man. Got my feet in, chilling out of the country a lot. Just vibing, chilling.
That's hard.
What I mean?
That's hard. Before we get up out of here, man, if you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be and why?
If I could tell myself anything when I was younger, if I could have got a mentor at the age of 18, 19, as I did when I was like 27, man, I would have been so rich so much earlier. So my advice to myself was get a mentor faster. If I understood the concept of what a mentor was, or for somebody to give me the game at a high level earlier on, I would have been further earlier. And then my angle is always going to be focus on the foundation first, which is always credit. Because a lot of people out here that's stuck, they don't have access to the capital they need to start the businesses or the investments or to grow their brand or grow their business or put for marketing or do collaborations. A lot of people are stuck because they don't have access to the money. They don't have access to the funds. They ain't come from money. Working a job, you can't save enough money. So you can get approved for $100,000 faster, you can save it. You can get approved for $100,000 faster, you can work for it. And credit is the number one thing that can get you access to unlimited amount of money. So why would you focus on everything else in the world when this is the number one thing that can get you access to unlimited amount of money? It does not make sense to me no more. We focus on going outside, having fun, drinking, smoking, vacation, looking good, smelling. Fellas, you going out to females. Women, you going out to men. Y'all doing all these different things. When the number one thing that can get you access to unlimited amount of money is credit. And you don't focus on that, you put that on the back burner. So as a younger self, I'd be like, no, let me focus on this first. Let me get my foundation together. Let me get my bag together. Let me get my backbone and my brand and business and family together. Then all the other stuff can happen easily. Women gonna come effortlessly. You being able to do vacation and doing it looking fly, easy. You being able to get all the things you desire in life, easy. But you built your foundation first and you built it early, so you're gonna be ahead of the game faster. So I think if everybody that's at a young age, if I could tell more to say, I would focus on that first.
Damn.
And boy, I'd have been a millionaire by the time I was 22, 23.
Damn.
I focused on it when I was 19, 18. So that would be my place to focus on and start with if I was younger.
Damn. Mm-hmm. My boy.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
Yeah,
Knowledge.
100%.
Black excellence, man. Thank you for coming to vibe with me, bro.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Smitty The GOAT on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm always posting this type of content, giving people game, giving people information, giving classes out, all type of things. My birthday coming out, so y'all stay tuned for a birthday campaign coming up. I'm gonna be up.
Invite a nigga, man.
I
want to be on a yacht too, nigga.
I send you a link.
Yeah,
show you some stuff, bro.
For sure.
Help you out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's been another episode of Vibin With Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin With Veto. You already know the slogan. We vibrate higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. And we gone.